Hello. It's really good to see you here on the third video of our series on flowing more money in our lives with generosity and gratitude. Remember, this isn't an ego or a greed thing. This is flowing money with generosity and gratitude. It's great. If you haven't watched the first video in this series, be sure to start there. You can find that in the link below. And let's get going. So in the last video, I showed this image here that you see on the screen right here, this image up here. And this, I said something that I want to clarify. I was thinking about this after I recorded that video. I said that God made you a creator. And if you keep being in the same situation over and over and over again, rather than think, why did God do this to me? You might think, am I creating this? And I want to clarify that I said that because I want to empower you. I realize that that might make some people feel guilty, but I want to empower you. If you're creating the same situation over and over again for yourself with money or with anything else, that means you're a powerful creator. And that means you can create something different. And this video series is here to help you create that different thing. So let's dive in and jump in and see what that looks like. Okay, in the last video, well, in like the first video, I guess, we talked about this book, What Happened to You? And we talked about how Bruce D. Perry talks about how we have trauma, and our trauma is in us. If it's not healed or resolved, it stays with us and it keeps affecting our lives, right? I mean, it's my personal belief that that what Dr. Bruce D. Perry says about big trauma, like big traumatic things, can also apply to kind of smaller trauma. We can have little experiences that other people might not interpret as well, and he talks about this. He says that the same event could be very traumatic to one person, but not very traumatic to someone else. And so when I say trauma, I'm not talking about like any particular event. I'm talking about anything that leaves a mark on you. Anything you experience that leaves an emotional mark on you that doesn't help you in your life is trauma. Now, we can think of it like this. We can think of it like a big rope. And this rope is like a magic rope. It's a big glowing gold magic rope. And with this rope, you can like make a little lasso and throw it into the realm of possibility and pull out of the spiritual realm, pull out of the quantum realm, anything you want for yourself. That's a pretty neat imagery. But our ropes get knots in it. When we have trauma, the rope gets knots in it and it gets all tangled up. And when the rope's all tangled up, we can't use it to like fish for what we want because it's too tangled up to do that. And so the first step of creating things spiritually for ourselves is to untie the knots of the rope. And we do that with emotion processing. Okay? Here's an image of a lady who looks like she's experienced some healing. I love this picture so much. I just love the look on her face. And I want you to experience this kind of healing. I want you to be able to let go of these knots in your rope and look in the mirror and go, wow, I feel healed. And I'll teach you a technique that can help you do this. It's so simple and so powerful. This is a tapping technique. It's a form of tapping. So you're gonna take your hand and you're gonna find your collarbone and then go under your collarbone to there's like some soft spots right under your collarbone, like in your sternum. You're gonna find this spot. I gotta get higher in my video here so you can see me. You're gonna find this spot right here and you're gonna tap like this. And just tap there. Just find the spot and practice tapping. Do it with me right now. And while tapping, you can call up any feelings that are trapped in you, feelings that are like feelings of any kind of low frequency feelings, as Dr. Joe Dispenza calls him. Look up Dr. Joe Dispenza stuff. That's good stuff. But you can talk about low frequency emotions that hold us back from creating what we want to create in our lives. And these can be, emotions like sadness, dread, fear, anger, disbelief. The list goes on and on and on. Hard-heartedness, just all sorts of feelings that stop us from flowing good things for ourselves. You can call up any of these feelings, and you can call up the memory. So the memory of whatever traumatic events happen for you, call those up, just remember them, and the feelings will come with it, and then just tap. So if we go back to this, look at this picture of money and let the feelings come up. Whatever feelings come up for you, let them come. And just keep tapping here while the feelings come. Maybe specific memories with money come up for you. Let those feelings that connect to the money, to the memory of money, come and tap it. Tap it through. This undoes the knots in your energy system. And if you kind of look into your deepest self and just ask yourself, while you're looking at this money, what emotions or what trauma is blocking money in my life? And just see what comes up. Weird things might come up, but you didn't think had anything to do with money. Maybe there's some memory you have of a time where you didn't feel like you were enough, where you felt unworthy, where you felt dirty. And maybe that memory makes you think that you're not worthy to have good things or have money in your life. Maybe that's blocking money and other good things. If you're like me, maybe you had some experiences that make you think that money is evil. And so you're trying to keep your energy system, your spirit is trying to keep evil out of your life, and therefore blocking money from coming into your life. Maybe you associate money with certain people who've treated you badly. Maybe you associate money with groups of people that treat the planet badly. Go ahead and let go of that. If you can let go of that, then money can come in your life and you can use money in a better way than they did. You might be interested in pausing this video right now. If you want to, you can pause it and keep looking at this picture of money and just tap whatever comes to you for as long as it feels right to you. And when you're done tapping, it's good to do something when you finish tapping because sometimes tapping is kind of intense. You can get into some pretty intense things. It's good to do something at the very end to just focus on light and love and joy and gratitude. Maybe it can be really powerful just to kind of put hands on the chest and just take some deep breaths and imagine breathing in light. Imagine breathing in good, wholesome money that you can use to do good things. Imagine breathing in your own creative power to create the good life you want for yourself. And you can just do this tapping exercise as often as you want. I recommend doing it every day. Do it around money every day for a while. Once a day, at a set time, look at a picture of money or look at real money or come back to this video and just tap whatever comes up for you around money. And go for it. This can be a neat thing to do while exercising, like if you're running in place or running on the street or doing other exercises where you have a free hand. It can be really powerful to tap the sternum while exercising. I like to do that when I exercise in the morning, and it helps and it just says something about the physical activity, the motions are coming out through tapping, they're coming out your sweat at the same time, and it just gets it out. It's really powerful. Or you can tap while you're driving or just whenever it's appropriate for you. All right. And I want to share a bonus tip. You can also tap here. So this spot on either hand works really well too. And so if emotions around money or anything else come up for you at weird places when you're not at home or something, you're around other people, you can kind of just gently you can do this without people noticing. You put your hands behind your back or in your lap or something and just tap like this. when other people are around, they don't have to notice that you're doing it. Unless, they know about this. I have a guy I carpool with to work sometimes, and he knows about this. He learned about it. He calls it heart-centered tapping. That was the term he learned it as. He learned it from a psychologist when his son was recovering from some trauma. And and he said that he saw me tapping one day in the car, and I didn't know he knew about it. And I was tapping because we drove by some sheep, and the visual of the sheep brought back some traumatic memories for me, because there's a person I know who owns sheep who I felt like had hurt me. And so I started tapping. And he saw me tapping. He goes, "Oh, did I say something that brought up some feelings for you?" Like he thought I was just tapping because of what he was saying. And so that was kind of a funny thing that came up. But that just shows that more and more people are learning this technique, and more and more people are using it to heal. His son had been in a car accident, and the car accident had made it so that he was scared of baseballs. Like when a baseball came at him, he had post-traumatic stress around baseballs flying at him, and so he couldn't bat very well. And so he learned to do heart-centered tapping to get ready to bat when he played baseball, and it helped. And his batting average went way up, and then everyone else on the team started using the same tapping technique to get ready to bat. And I thought that was a fun story. Okay, so we've learned this tapping technique. We've learned 2 points in the body we can tap. There's actually other points in the body you can tap too. For this video series, I didn't want to get too deep into all those. But if you do want to get deeper, one way you can get deeper is you can go, I'll show you how to get there. You can go to patreon.com, and then on the Find the Creator part, just type in 13 seasons. We'll also have this linked down below. And you can click here to become a patron, or just, click here to join. It does the same thing. And you can become a patron, and then for just $13 a month, you support this channel to help us keep making good things for people. And you get access to all these resources that help you enjoy your best self one season at a time. And we're adding new resources right here, right now, that have to do with additional deeper level money tools, including a video that's going to go over how to tap in more than just those 2 places, like additional tapping places, so you can have a deeper tapping experience if that's something you want for yourself. So go ahead and become a patron and get access to that if that's something you desire. And I want to finish with this then. I want to thank the people who are currently supporting the channel. Thank you to all these people. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing your part so that this video is available to everyone. And I'll see you in the next video.